Hello world, Claire here, thatweirdfish, here today to do a storytime video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I do content based around ball jointed dolls, crafting, and vlogs, and I'm going to start introducing another part of my crafting hobby, life, whatever you want to call, and that is writing. And I've been writing pretty consistently for a few months now, so I have a backlog of stories that I want to share with you. I'm not going to dump all my stories into one video. I'm planning on these storytime videos to do like one, maybe two stories. I write mostly flash fiction, which is a short form of fiction or writing that's around 350 words, 350 to 500 words. If my pieces are longer, that's because I got swept up in the moment and ran on with the scene or the story. But mostly I just write short little stories, and they're fun to write and hopefully fun to listen to. As you can see, I have my fishies here and an unfortunate explosion of snails. I'm working on it. I got a few assassin snails in there, but I might end up doing something a bit more drastic to cure my snail problem. But for right now, we have a massive snail, so more members of the audience, yay! So yeah. Today's story, I have my iPad here that I'm going to read the story off of. Come on, open. It's called The Shepherd, and it's the story that I wrote for this week's prompt on the Tail Foundry writing group. And I hope you all enjoy. Their master and guarding place had long since been stolen by death and their accomplice, time. Yet that didn't faze the golem. Nothing did. The golem watched over the herd. These creatures were strange beasts, unlike any the golem had seen in the millennia of its existence. Yet they were the last living creatures that the golem could perceive beside themselves. That caused something besides the eternal instinct to protect to keep the golem there, some longing that the golem could not understand. A playful tap of the stick against their leg drew the golem back from their musings. Beside them, the youngest of the herd waited with a wriggling tail. The golem smiled at the memory of the master's son playing a similar game with another creature. "Fetch?" the golem asked, bending down to grab the stick. The youngling yipped and hopped in place. With a gentle toss, the branch flew across the field, a blur of scales close behind. A pang of sadness hit the golem as it watched the youngling stumble through a pile of bones. On its return, the sight reminded him of the truth. These creatures will die. Like everything else around the golem, time and death will steal them away. He could feel the gods' eyes on him and heard their mutterings in god tongue. They were talking about the golem again. The golem couldn't understand the words, but he knew what they meant. It was a wager on how long the golem would live. "Clay life-bearer." The golem startled and dropped the stick. It was unusual for the gods to address the living, especially this one. "Do not be afraid. I know too well who you are, Death," the golem replied and turned to face the old ones. "Well, that simplifies things." Death regained their composure and addressed the golem again. "Tell us, clay life-bearer, the inscription on your chest." "As long as there is light, be whole and full of life." Death grinned and nudged the disgruntled time. "Thank you, immortal one." Alright, so that's my story for today. A short little video for a short little story. I hope to upload more of these story times if this one does well, and I hope y'all enjoyed my story. If you have any questions about the story, about the world that I created for it, or for me, or anything, interaction you want to, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. Thank you for joining me and the fishies for this lovely little story time, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day and keep on swimming. Bye.